pass. And that's pretty much all we have planned tonight, but just hanging out, drinking, and having a good time. So thank you all so much for coming, and we hope to see you again soon. And with that, I will hand it over to Adam.
Hey everyone. Okay, so this has got a cord on it. So I guess we've decided to really test my demo skills and knowledge of the game. I'm going to do it way out here in the backfield. I'm also going to do it with the new build of the game, and one of our friends here, Hal, who you might have seen on YouTube as well, is getting our demo machine ready to go back out to Europe. So he's got a bunch of new macros on there. So I'm going to be seeing some of these things for the first time, and let's see how well I do. So now everybody here has seen the game from time to time, I'm sure, on YouTube. We're going to start with the prerequisite character creation. You'll notice that some things have changed. Obviously not the races you can select, but Chris, let's move on to the next area. Well, pick a calling. Any calling. There we go. Now you can see our character customization has grown and evolved. What was that? No, oh, okay. You might have seen early character customization at E3. You might notice now there's quite a bit more options for you. Let's hear a round of applause for our character team, who is working very hard and very diligently to make this character customization system kick ass. As you can see, we have a ton of different options now on the screen. Some of them that are not quite there yet, but we'll be showing a little bit later, such as individual feature adjustments as well. We have all of the morph sliders, tattoos, thousands of color combinations. I'm not really sure how many color combinations you can get from an RGB slider. Millions? Okay, millions of color combinations. And as you can see, the customization's come a long way since what we were showing just a few months ago. Chris, why don't we hop into the game real quick, pick one of your characters, and we're going to see what we've got in store. So this is going to be part demo, part Q&A. As I mentioned before, many of you guys have probably seen our game on YouTube. You've seen this dog and pony once or twice before. So what we're going to do is, if you have a question, you can come up here and interrupt me. You have to ask the question on the mic, and we'll do our best to answer it. So Chris here is in Meridian. We've shown Meridian a couple times. We're actually on our alpha server right now. So you're actually looking at the live game server where we've got our players playing right now. So you'll see a number of things happen that we don't have any control over. Chris is going to go ahead and give us a quick tour of Meridian on his mechanical steed. As you've noticed, we've added a couple new mounts to the game since the last time anybody's seen. So Chris, why don't you give us a look at that? Okay, he just completely rocked everybody's world by changing the time of day. So, Chris, show us the horse. No one's interested in the city, they've seen that before. So this is one of the Defiant Epic mounts. As you can see, Defiants are technology based. We're really embracing that and giving them a ton of really cool options. The mechanical steed is one of those. Chris, did you happen to have a Valmira in your pocket? No? Okay, Chris doesn't like Guardians, so I think you guys are a little bit out of luck. So as I mentioned before, this is Meridian, capital city or headquarters of the Defiant. The last bastion of technology as it may. Chris is just going to run around a little bit. You'll see bits and pieces of the technology that the Defiants are using to push back the planes. So while we're running around here, does anybody have any questions about anything? Any curveballs you want to throw me and see if I can and can't answer them? No? Not a one. Crafting info. All right, Chris, I'm going to test your skill. Can you head over to the manufacturer room real quick for me? Let's see if you can find it. The faster Chris finds it, the faster I might give you some crafting info. He's really slow. Oh, okay, never mind. He's really fast now. And now he's stuck on collision. Hey Chris, why don't you show him how we deal with collision in alpha? Oh, using GM cheats. I gotcha. No, other way. which is the crafting hub for Meridian. Chris, go pick up a crafting skill real quick. We'll go high level. If I go too in depth with this, I may get dragged out of the building and shot. As I mentioned before, we're full-featured MMO. We have everything that you've come to know and love. That includes crafting. Our crafting system is built to be simple yet variable. What I mean by that is a lot of people who play MMOs will be kind of understanding of exactly how this crafting system works. It's easy to pick up, it's easy to understand. Almost every item the player can equip, you can go ahead and make in the game. Now, one of the things I'm going to tease, and then I'm going to ask Chris to hit one of the random buttons, because I can't talk about it a whole heck of a lot, is why don't you grab a trade skill real quick and pull up the crafting window. And once again, he's running really slow. No, that's the Warfront menu. No, you're buying materials now. Chris, you failed. Comma. Hit the comma button. There you go. So the one thing I'm going to tease, and then I'm going to ask Chris to hit a random teleport button, is if you look at the bottom, hey, open the window. Alright, if you look at the bottom right hand corner, you'll see something called augmentation. We're going to talk about that in the future, but that's one of the things we've alluded to that'll allow crafters to customize their items. So you won't necessarily be making the exact same pattern as everybody else. It's all about a certain amount of crafter skill here and finding special enhancements that'll make your goods more valuable than others. Chris, before I get shot, why don't you hit the button and teleport us somewhere? Alright, as I mentioned before, Al has changed all the macros here, so I'm not quite sure where we're going to land. Alright, did we land in Sanctum? Alright, we landed in Silverwood, right? So Chris, why don't you take me somewhere interesting here? So we're running around the Silverwood Forest. This is actually the Guardian, one of the early Guardian zones in Border Sanctum. As you can see, rather large adventuring zone. And there are invasions going on, Chris? Pull up the map. Any invasions? No? Alright, our alpha players have been fairly diligent then. They've been closing rifts and we don't have too many invasions happening. Let's see what's next on our tour, because everybody's seen Sanctum. Maybe the next one's got something a little more new and shiny. There we go, Iron Pine Peak. Alright, so this is a zone that we haven't shown very much. I believe we're inside the Chancellor Labors right now. Chris is going to go ahead and run out. Iron Pine Peak is one of our high-level zones. So basically this is for higher-level players. It's a wintry wasteland. Well, not so much wasteland, but, you know, alpine forest. In this area, the players are going to basically be fighting against the forces of Crucia, the water dragon, I believe. And what was that? Air. Oh. Hey Nick, come over here. So I'm a producer, and Nick's going the wrong way. And so one of the things about being a producer is you see about 1,000 things a day that you kind of think are cool, but you don't really understand. So you have guys here like Nick, who's one of our lore guys, who can better explain the zone for you.
So here you assist the Ice Watch, who've been guarding Crucia's prison for the past 15 years. And something is going on where she's getting out. People are going missing. And it is up to you to figure out why and to free the Iron Pine Peaks. And on top of that, the water dragon Achilleos and his insane minions are finding ancient tablets that tell of where that hideous horror from the deeps can be found and released.
So there you go, folks. You can definitely tell the people here that have a theater background because their presentation's a lot better. All right, moving on to the next area. Chris, why don't we hit another button real quick? See where we go next. A little bit of